Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asia Newsline and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 6th of October. Recovery work continues after deadly glacial flooding in India. Activists raise concern over terror launch pads in POK. And Bangladesh inaugurates Russian-built nuclear power plant. And now for all the details. The death toll has risen to at least 18 in India's Sikkim state after a glacial lake burst its banks and triggered flash floods this week in the northeastern state. Authorities in neighbouring West Bengal have also recovered at least 22 bodies, taking the combined death toll to 40, Reuters reported, quoting an official of West Bengal government. An estimated 76 people were also reportedly missing. The disaster occurred on Wednesday after cloudburst triggered torrential rains and an apparent avalanche causing major flooding in the Teesta River. The flash flood has washed away 15 bridges and the main highway between Sikkim and West Bengal, hampering rescue operations. Termed as one of the worst disasters in the region in more than 50 years, the floods have impacted the lives of 22,000 people ahead of its popular festive and tourism season in the scenic state.
आज के रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से अभी तक 18 जनों के हताहत होने की सूचना हमारे पास उपलब्ध है और 98 पर्सन्स अभी भी मिसिंग हैं, जिनकी सघन जांच चल रही है, उनकी खोजबीन की जा रही है वहाँ। और इंजर्ड जैसा जो कल सिचुएशन था 26 पे ही है वहाँ, उसमें ज़्यादातर लोग फर्स्ट एड एंड अदर ट्रीटमेंट के बाद डिस्चार्ज हो गए हैं।
India's Home Minister Amit Shah on Friday chaired a review meeting on the left-wing extremism and said that work should be done towards creating a common training module so that uniformity can be brought in the methodology of combating it. The third anti-terror conference meeting saw the participation of several ministers as well as National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. It aims at fulfilling the central government's commitment to the development of left-wing extremism-affected states. Shah had earlier in a post on X termed Naxalism a curse to humanity, saying that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government is committed to uprooting it in all its forms. Left-wing extremism has been a significant security challenge for so many decades. Moving on, Kashmiri political activists raised concern over mushrooming terror launchpads in POK and their impact on the region on the sidelines of the UNHRC session in Geneva, a report.
Activists from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir held a seminar in Geneva recently and highlighted the impact of extremism and violence in their region under Pakistan's rule. They raised concern that Islamabad has made POK a launch pad for cross-border terrorism, while extremist groups are being used to intimidate people protesting against inflation, poverty and unemployment in the occupied territory.
इस वक्त पाकिस्तानी ऑक्युपाइड जम्मू कश्मीर में हज़ारों की तादाद में लोग बाहर निकले हुए हैं इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के लिए, रोटी के लिए, और उसके ख़िलाफ़ जो है वो पाकिस्तानी जाती ग्रुपों को खड़ा कर रहा है। जब ये लोग अपने इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के लिए डिमांड कर रहे थे तो पाकिस्तान की तरफ से ये जो जाती ग्रुप है उन्होंने एक जुलूस निकाला है। उसका मकसद यही था कि लोगों को डरा धमकाकर खामोश कर दिया जाए।
India has also long accused that Pakistan aids terror groups to spread unrest in its Kashmir Valley. Islamabad, however, denies the charge.
Our area is continuously, right from 1947, is using a launching pad for the terrorist activities, to launch them on the Indian other side of Jammu and Kashmir for the terrorist activities, for the militant activities. Terrorist organization, even political activists terrorized by these organizations, even the other political movement or rights movement undermine these terrorism and extremism activities in POK.
Dhaka and Moscow on Thursday inaugurated a nuclear power plant built by Russia in Ropar district on the banks of the river Padma in Bangladesh. Russia's President Vladimir Putin and Bangladesh PM Sheikh Hasina participated via video call in what the Russian embassy in Bangladesh described as nuclear fuel delivery ceremony. The South Asian country is building the first of 2 nuclear power plants in collaboration with a Russian state-owned atomic company in a $12.65 billion project, 90% of which is financed through a Russian loan repayable within 28 years with a 10-year grace period. Bangladesh has faced its worst electricity crisis since 2013 due to erratic weather and difficulty in paying for fuel imports amid declining forex reserves and a weakened currency. Moving on, the Nepalese authorities and the IMF team have reached a staff-level agreement for disbursement of about $51.3 million under the third review of the extended credit facility. The agreement is subject to approval by the IMF's executive board. The global lender said Nepal's external position has strengthened, supported by prudent fiscal and monetary policies, buoyant remittances, and increasing tourism activity. Following a slowdown last year, growth is projected to recover this fiscal year to 3.5%, which is below potential due to weak domestic demand. Inflation is declining but is still elevated, it said. Hours after Maldives President-elect Mohammad Muizzu hinted at withdrawal of foreign forces from his country, India on Thursday said it is looking to collaborate closely to address regional challenges, including security concerns. Responding to Muizzu's statement on troops withdrawal, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi had said India's partnership with Maldives has been focused on capacity building and working together on shared challenges and priorities. President-elect Muizzu is backed by PPM, a former President Abdullah Yamin, who is also known to be close to China. His party in past has viewed India's overwhelming influence as a potential threat to sovereignty and had championed an India out campaign against small unit of Indian military. India, with traditionally close ties to Malay, denies the assertion. And full dress rehearsals were held in India's Prayagraj city on Friday by the personnel of Indian Air Force as they geared up to celebrate IAF's 91st anniversary. As a prelude to the main celebrations on Sunday, the rehearsal saw para-jumpers descending from the height of 8,000 feet, filling the gathered audience with thrill and enthusiasm. In an apt show of military strength of the Indian Air Force, the event also witnessed the display of parade drill by air warriors with the maiden appearance of Battalion of Women Agniveer. Formed on October 8, 1932, the Indian Air Force marks the day as Air Force Day. As part of the celebrations, a ceremonial parade will be held on Sunday at the Air Force Station Bamroli, which will be followed by an aerial display over the Sangam in the afternoon.
सबसे बड़ा एयर शो था और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा यहाँ पे एयर शो देख के और ये मेरा फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस था तो बहुत अच्छा लगा।
अच्छा, क्या कुछ नया था इस बार यहाँ पे देखने के लिए?
यहाँ पे कमांडोज आए थे एंड जो हमारे कमांडोज ऊपर वो शायर कर थे वो सब बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे।
आज प्रयागराज में एयरफोर्स स्टेशन बमरौली में एयरफोर्स डे परेड की फुल ड्रेस रिहर्सल हुई है और इस फुल ड्रेस रिहर्सल में हमने देखा कि जो स्कूली बच्चे हमारे आमंत्रित थे उनका जो पार्टिसिपेशन रहा है, जो जोश के साथ उन्होंने तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट के साथ सभी वायु सैनिकों का अभिनंदन किया है, ये बहुत ही गर्व की बात है और ये हमारे देश का भविष्य है और अब साफ नज़र आ रहा है कि वो वायुसेना से प्रभावित हैं और हम आशा करते हैं कि आगे चल के वायुसेना से जुड़ेंगे।
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.